Hello, this is Edward, also known as Strategy again. This time we're doing my cube. We're drafting on Draftmancer and importing it into Arena. So I'll talk about it here in a little bit, but my timer is ticking. So for the first pack, I'm looking at Minkskin Boo. I would love this fetch land, but Minkskin Boo is a premium. There's also, if you're a fan of heist cards, there is Triumphant Getaway. When it enters the battlefield, heist target opponent's library twice. Whenever you cast a spell you don't own, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Heist is heist is a mechanic that you get to just steal cards from the top of your opponent's deck. It's pretty nice. So I'm going to take this Minkskambu here. So about this cube, it's mostly mid-range piles because we have to rely on arena cards, unfortunately. Now the powered cube is up on arena, but it's not. You can't actually own power on arena yet, so that means we can't play with it. Now we do have Oracle of the Alpha, which I would have loved to have seen here. And Oracle of the Alpha puts the Power 9 into your deck, so you can still do some broken things. It's just a little bit harder. But because of this is a lot of mid-range piles, there's some other things you can do too, but a lot of people just draft like best of cards. It's going to make cards like this Minkskambu just very strong. Okay, so back to the draft. I see Control Magic I'm a big fan of. Not a fan of the Chocobo. Pyrokinesis I'm a massive fan of. We are red. There is a green fetch. The artifact decks are a thing. However, they don't have like Tolarian Academy or Mishra's Workshop. So the payoffs are like Thought Monitor, Kappa Cannoneer, things like that. So I'm going to take the green fetch. I think that's the best pick for us to support this Minkskambu because maybe we splash the Minkskambu. Okay, so Memory Jar is a new card to the client. I was super happy about that being added. They've added a few arena anthologies, specifically 2 and 3, that have just been fantastic for the cube. It's almost as if they're just tailor made for cubing. And then of course the powered cube having like things like Snuff Out and now having access to that has just been fantastic as well to draft. Because if you don't know me very well, Vintage and Vintage Cube are my 2 favorite formats. Okay, so this pick can kind of go anywhere. I do like Verdant Dread. You can only activate it a few times before you kind of mill yourself out. But I think I'm going to take the Verdant Dread. Nothing else here is kind of exciting me. And this is just another green card. Verdant Dread, I'll spend a little bit of time speaking about it here. Whenever it enters or another permanent you control named Verdant Dread, you manifest Dread. So you mill the top 2, pick one. You don't mill it first, but you look at the top 2, pick one, manifest it. The other one goes to the graveyard, and then you can copy it with 5 mana. So it kind of stacks. Okay, I like this breeding pool because it turns our Verdant Catacomb into a bug land. Oh, Jet Collector, though. Jet Collector is another way you can get power on this client. So Jet Collector, I have 23 seconds. Okay. Says at the beginning of your post-combat main phase, if you have 4 or more cards in your graveyard, conjure a card named Mox Jet into your hand, and then you can use that mana to reanimate things later. Actually, so yeah, I think I'm going to take the Jet Collector, actually. If I had a blue card already, I might consider, but the Jet Collector is fantastic. Ooh, speaking of fantastic, Ignoble Hierarch is right up our alley. It is a green-red fixer with potential black. Yeah, I like the Llanowar Elves, but the Ignoble Hierarch is just going to be a better Llanowar Elves. Maybe the Llanowar Elves will wheel. That'll make me very happy. I would like to get a sacred, not a sacred foundry, a stomping ground to go with our Minsk. Utopia Sprawls fixing. If we decide to do Jund, Infamous Crew Claw, whenever it deals combat damage to a player, exile cards on the top of your library. Until you exile a non-land card, you may cast that card by discarding a card. Okay, so you can kind of just play stuff for free with it. This is a nice card too. Basically, when it comes into play, you get to put a 1-drop from your yard into play, or like cast like a Thoughtseize. I'm going to take that. Almost missed that one out. Um, Anyways, and then you can like if they counter or kill my Verdant Dread, I can then Verdant Dread. If then I can play a 3-drop, 4-drop, etc. Every combat that they don't deal with it. Okay, so I'm looking at Vaultborn Tyrant for a couple of reasons. One, it's the only green card in the pack. But two, Natural Order is on the client, so thus it is in my cube. And it would be nice to maybe Natural Order this Ignoble into a Vaultborn. So let's take that. Okay, there's a Nissa I don't hate. There's a Aether Spark. There's a Boseiju. I do like the Boseiju, but I also really like this Nissa. Yeah, let's take the Nissa. It'll help cast our Vaultborn Tyrant. Okay, there's a Copperline Gorge, which is fantastic. Once Upon a Time is fantastic. The Bitter Blossom, the Bristly Bill, also good. I think I'm going to have to focus, though, on the red-green fixing land, unfortunately. Okay, Garrick came back. Chocobo came back. Ooh, Grist came back. We already have... So we could stay Gruul, of course. But we do have a green-black fetch. Yeah, I'm gonna. This is hard. I want to take the Grist though. Okay, Tarmogoyf did come back. I guess we're just gonna be a base green deck. Okay, Sin is another nice natural order target, but we don't have natural order and it's not guaranteed to be open. So I want to take the Haywire Mite. Unlike the powered cube, well, the powered cube that I play. Okay, Llanowar Elves coming back is a nice wheel. Ugin the Ineffable is not fantastic, or not fantastic to pass, I should say. We are playing in a pod. We are playing in a pod, so these cards do matter. But as I was to finish my thought, we are playing best of 3, so sideboard cards really do matter. Okay, here's a fetch. Tamio would be nice. Here's another fetch, but we want the base green one, of course. If I had the natural order, I would take this Demonic Tutor. Drix Interlacer is an arena card that is another payoff for artifacts. Whenever another artifact you control enters, this artifact intensifies by 1, and you can tap to sacrifice it and draw half of the intensity level. Yeah, I love this Tamio, but it's not us. Let's take this Misty Rainforest and hope to get some more red-green fixing. Oh, another recent addition is Titania and Zurin Orb. So those would also be fantastic finds. And of course, Sylvan Safekeeper's already on the client as well. Birthing Ritual can turn a 2-drop into a Grist, theoretically. Dark Confidant, we're not really interested in. It's not worth going into black for, I should say. Man, this is not easy. This can turn into blue. This almost always wheels in this cube. So I'm going to take the Zurin Orb and maybe we can get a Titania. Oh, a Strip Mine? It's fine. I almost thought this was a recall, even though recall's not on here. Yeah, let's take the Strip Mine. We did pass some lands cards matters earlier, but... Oh, but there's a Fable, too. Okay, I lied. I think I'm going to take the Fable. We have like a Graveyard Matters cards already to kind of synergize. We have the Tarmogoyf. This is an enchantment, and it can put other types into our yard. The Strip Mine we don't have any payoffs for, and yes, it is very powerful. But I'm going to go with something that will synergize my deck a little bit better. That is a tough miss there. Oh, and of course, Wary Zone Guard for the Strip Mine is in the... Oh, and Isotil Explorer. That is a huge issue for us. That, man, obviously I stand by my pick, but that is very punishing because one of these likely wheels, which means we could have gotten both. For as it stands, this turns Verdant Catacomb into red for the first time, so I value that very heavily. Another card that's kind of cool is this Devriel. He lets you make offers, so sometimes it's like draw 3 cards, but then you have to take a negative, which could be like your opponent's creatures are stronger. Overall, I do like him a lot, but we're probably not going to be playing him even if he wheels. Okay, there's a Lutri. There's a Path to Exile that we can't play, or not yet at least. Yeah, I'm not really a huge fan of any of this. This is a very strong card, Ambassador Evendu, or Evendu maybe. Whenever a land you control enters, a random card in your random land card in your library perpetually gains whenever this land becomes tapped to draw a card. So it's not like library where you have to choose. It's just literally like tap an island for blue, and it draws you a card. I'm gonna take this. I could also see taking the path and just hating it, but we could easily splash blue. We did pass up the breeding pool, unfortunately, already, but who knows. Okay, Ulamog, but we're not interested in sneak attacking. There's a Scythe Cat Cub, which for landfall, whenever a land enters, or whenever a land you control enters, you put a counter on it, and if it's the second time, you double the number of counters. I mean, it is just a 2-drop here. Let's take it. Nothing else is kind of standing out to me. Ooh, a Renin 6. We have a couple fetches. Man, I really wish I took that Strip Mine now. FOMO kind of does what Fable does as well, and it's just another way to pump our Goyf. I'm going to take the Renin 6. The Strip Mine's not going to wheel, but I do like that pick a little bit more. Plus, it's another type for our Tarmogoyf. Okay, so here's a blue splash. Here's a Deathrite Shaman, which is another blue splash, but maybe does a little bit more. It could also do a little bit less, of course, but yeah, let's take the Deathrite Shaman. Okay, so the Dracosaur wheeled. We're not really interested in playing anything else. I don't want to play more colors than I have to. So let's just take the playable, although I don't know if it's going to make the final cut. Ooh, a Chandra is a nice wheel, but so is Pyrite. Pyrite's also an artifact. It's also a 1-drop we can get back with our Jarsil. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce this. The Dark Age Scion. I think that's better. I think I'm going to take that. Just goes with Delirium a little bit better. And it's another way to abuse the Dark Scion. Okay, Terra Sunder, which we can kick because we are going to play this Raucous Theater because of our Verdant Catacomb. Yeah, that's a good sideboard card. Yeah. Okay, so the person to our left probably took the Strip. So let's take the card that's worse for us if our opponent does have the Strip. I don't think we're going to play the Isotool. Okay, I don't really want any of these either, but I'll take the Rabble Master for now, but I'll likely cut it. I don't really want either of these either. All right, last pack. Let's see what we can open. Okay, there's a Delighted Halfling. There's a Green Sun Zenith that can get a Grist along with a bunch of other goodies. That might just be the pick, but also, how many green drafters do we really have at the table? Maybe we take the Delighted Halfling and see if the Green Sun Zenith will wheel. Notably, Remand, Memory Lapse are in. Leovold is another new addition thanks to the Powered Cube bonus sheet. Time Warp because, Time Walk's not on here, but there's still ways. Time Warp is still very strong in this cube thanks to not a whole lot of vintagey action going on. Zygoth Triumph is a way to play the Ambassador, but I think I'm going to take the Delighted Halfling and hope to wheel the Green Sun Zenith. Oh, I'm Mana Drain. That's going to hurt to wheel, or pass, I mean. We don't have the Natural Order, or else I would love Torsten and Woodfall Primus, which are actually also new to the cube, I believe. I know the Torsten is. I think the Woodfall Primus is also new. There is a Force of Vigor. Maybe that's good enough to not hate the Mana Drain. But I also just don't know if anyone's going to want to play this. So let's actually just hate the Mana Drain. Again, we are playing in a pod. So hate drafts do matter, and I just do not want to get blown out by a Mana Drain. Ooh, Asika's Chariot. That's a nice one, and it's an artifact. We don't have a channel, otherwise I would go with this Emrakul. A Mox Opal is from one of the anthologies I mentioned, so it's just another really nice artifact to pay off. But yeah, let's take the only card that's necessarily good for us. We could take Solar, but it's just a mana rock, and I value Asika's Chariot. More notably, Godless Shrine can be fetched off Verdant for white, but I don't think I want to play the white card in our yard. Oh. Okay, so here's another... Oh, Stomping Ground, though? I have to take Stomping Ground because Misty Rainforest now gets red. Yeah, I have to take Stomping Ground here. Yep. That's exactly what we want. There's no duels, unfortunately, on the client that we can own, so we don't get to play with them. Titania. Okay, that is a nice one. I would love this NT, but... Or this Fabled Passage, but, I mean, now we get to play Zurin Orb. We have a couple picks left for Sylvan Safekeeper. Oh my gosh, a Natural Order. I don't care about missing on a Primeval Titan. Commercial District is unfortunate that we have to pass here. But, yeah, let's take this Natural Order. We have two new packs after this. I doubt we'll see an Atraxa, but maybe. Plus, there is enough cards left in this pack that Commercial District may wheel. That Natural Order was a nice pickup. Okay, Keen-Eyed Curators, not a bad one. Yava Maya, I don't think we're going to need. Savai Triome doesn't help us. Town Greeter is nice because it'll fill our yard, but like I'm not going to play to this Tarmogoyf, but it could help fill our yard for Jarsoul. I'm going to take the Keen-Eyed. This card is deceptively powerful. Gristlebrand on our last new card pack. Okay, there's a Pock. I really wish we took the Strip Mine. This doubles your land. When you play a land once per turn, when you play a land, it copies that land, so you play like 2 fetches. But I don't think that's going to be us this draft. I think I just like taking the Mana Dork. Especially on my Arena Cube that we're drafting, the Mana Dorks are kind of like power. So let's just power out some good 3-drops. It means that we're not going to... So this pack means that, of course, that we're not going to get an Atraxa or any other new fatties, but... Okay, so... This is a way, if we want to play the Ambassador, we can. But Ambassador is better the earlier you get it. And if we have to fetch for it, it turns off the importance of Ambassador, so maybe we just let that go. I can still see playing it, but it's only a 1-color land. I'm going to hate the Leovold. I would hate for someone to get like Days Undoing and Leovold us. Ooh, Torsten and Woodfall Primus wield. So I would love the Force of Vigor here, but since we have Natural Order... Yeah, we didn't take the white fixing, but this is legendary. I think I like the Torsten for Natural Order more than I like the Woodfall Primus. And because it's legendary, to finish my thought, we can cast... Uh-oh. Nick disconnected. Well, let's hope he comes back soon. All right, he is back. Awesome. Okay, this gets us white for Torsten now, so I think I'm going to take that. This might be better than Mountain. We can't fetch it, but we don't have red touching lands anyways. So let's take this just as maybe a Tarmogoyf pump. Spawning Pod. So this lets us sacrifice a creature, seek a card with 1 higher. So we can go like Dork into Jet Collector into like Grist into... That's it. That's where we stop our chain. Oops. I don't know if we selected it yet or not, but let's take the Shifting Woodland. And the Towns Greeter was the last card in the pack. Fantastic. Okay. All right, I'm going to take a minute and try to put this together, and I will see you on Arena. Alrighty, here we are with the deck I decided to put together. So, some of the cards I'm going to put in the sideboard, the Terra Sunder, the Haywire Might. We could play Night of Autumn. I am going to play a Godless Shrine because it's a fetchable white source off of Verdant Catacomb. I understand that this is basically a Plains, but it's a Plains that gets off Verdant Catacomb, so that's fine. Not going to play the Isotol, not going to play the Town Greeter. I just have better cards. I am playing 16 lands. I'm going to play the Great Furnace just purely as a different type for the Tarmogoyf. I do think that that's worth playing over like a basic mountain, or a second basic mountain. I could also have cut the basic mountain since I don't have a fetchable for it, but I do want to be able to actually cast my red cards. Luckily, I didn't end up with any double reds, which is nice. So, but I'm on 16 lands because I want... I have all these one-drop dorks. I do have 2 fetches for the Deathrite Shaman, which is nice. Hopefully they can mill or fetch themselves to help. Excuse me. And then the Zurin Orb to go with the Titania is nice. The Nissa, maybe I can pump out a Vaultborn Tyrant or a Torsten directly afterwards. But we're just going to have to see. I wasn't a huge fan of the Goblin Rabblemaster, but I do think it's better than some of these other cards. Maybe the Town Greeter, but yeah. So we're going to stick with this and see how it goes. I'll see you in round 1. All right, round 1, we are playing against Logan Morris. Let's see what he decided to draft. This is the first time he's drafted my cube, and hopefully he likes it. Also, I hope we crush him. Okay. I do not like having both of these. That might be worth a mulligan, but even if they have interaction with our Llanowar Elves, we can start the Jarsoul intensity chain, by getting one of them back. We are on the play. I'm going to play the Ignoble against my better judgment. I do think maybe the Llanowar Elves is the better play, because if he does have the removal, but if he doesn't, which it looks like they don't, let's play the Forest. Then it doesn't matter. But I could always play, if I don't draw a better play, I could have played this and then attacked with the 3/3. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Well, let's get in there. Attacking for 4 is nice. This is going to be the worst Leovold of all time. But you know what? We're already at 5 mana. It's too bad we don't have an Ancient Tomb in our deck. But yeah, now we're just going to have to hope to draw action. The good thing is that if we draw lands, we can get to the Vaultborn. But we need to draw 2 lands in order to do so. Okay, so the Argo... Ooh. Okay. Let's hit this, and now we can just kill both the rats. Because this will intensify. We'll get it back. So hopefully they don't put a fatty in the yard and get to reanimate it. Oh, nice. Nice. Okay. At least we still dealt with the rat, though. Yeah, let's just do this. So that, like I said in the draft, the Pirate Spellbomb did pay off, or would have. Oh, Davriel. Okay, let's see what Davriel's going to do.
Well, clearly I'm
Okay, it's just going to perpetually -3, -3. Okay, they haven't messed with our mana yet. Let's just kill this. Now they're going to be incentivized to hit our mana because we didn't do anything. So either they think we have all lands, which they shouldn't, because I believe we missed a land drop last turn. Oh, no. Trumpeting Carnosaur. They're not going to hit our stuff, I don't think. I can't imagine why they would pass up the Trumpeting Carnosaur. Now, I think they fixed this. You used to have to hold full control for you to be able to do this. Okay, yes. Either Logan full controlled it, or they did fix it. All right, let's see if they hit anything relevant. Please no. Oh, a life death. Okay, that could be worse. Yep, getting back the pack rat. Okay. I'm not gonna fetch because I do think having a Vaultborn would be decent. No. The pro is that okay. I am gonna fetch for the white source, I guess, because if we draw action, that would be nice. But this way, I wouldn't mind the Raucous Theater either, but I do want the white. Ooh, a natural order, but both of our targets are here. We could natural order for the Titania. We do have a fetch to make 2 5/3s. Maybe that's what we're supposed to do. Yeah, I don't see anything else in here I want to go for. And now we have the Raucous Theater up. I might have... Yeah, let's do this now. Because I realized I should have probably sorcery sped the Titania. Oh no, it happens regardless. It doesn't have to enter. I'm dumb. My apologies. I should know what this does. I have it in my... Or had it in my cube, I should say. I definitely don't want this Rabble Master. It's going to make my Goblin attack, or my Ignoble Hierarch attack. Plus, I wouldn't mind hitting a land here. Especially a fetch land. Barrogoyf is incredible. Yep. Barrogoyf's going to be a problem for sure.
Witness the ties that bind us all. The land fights.
Animating the forest, I just realized is a mistake because it's the only land that doubles right now. I should have probably done the mountain. I would love to land a Torsten here. A Torsten would be incredible, and it's definitely something I'm willing to put into the Barrogoyf. But them having a pack rat here, they can double activate and make 2 3/3s. It's for a total of 3 3/3s. Oh, Crabomination. They're going to hit one of my fatties. That's incredible. Yeah, that is abysmal. And they even hit the Torsten. Which is the one that we would rather have played. Alright, Logan, I see you. I see you, buddy. I'm also in the ICU. Alright, Azurin Orb might still get us out of this, but they do gain 5. But, yeah, I think Azurin Orb might be our best draw. Ooh, they have something else to play? Because they have a tap land, unless they just want to cycle it. Oh, they have the Atraxa. That makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. Alright, well... We have exactly enough mana if they don't kill our mana sources. Ooh. A Wrenn and 6 gets back a Verdant, which I think pays for itself, plus the Nissa untaps it. Yeah, I think that's a good draw, and I think we can still do both things. I can kill their pack rat, though. Yeah. I might regret not killing the pack rat, but here we are. I'm kind of dying to a lot of other things on the board, so...
land shall conquer you.
Okay, we got a shifting woodland, which isn't going to turn into much. Yep, we don't have good attacks here. Now, hopefully they grief us, and they don't just double activate this pack rat. Almost triple activate the pack rat. If they have a dark ritual, they could. Please just play the grief. I don't see blue mana, right? Yeah. Ooh, okay. That was brutal for us. So now if they don't exile the... Okay, that's fine. I don't care about the Scythe Cat. Now if they don't exile... And they can't attack us, really, I don't think. Please don't exile the Titania. No! Logan, why do you have to be good at Magic? If they attack... Yeah, let's just trade. They're going to get 7 1/1s. But I want to draw. Okay. Jet Collector. What is that going to do? Not a whole lot. I just don't have the mana. Let's just take the forest here. They do know about the shifting woodland. I'm going to play the shifting woodland. And play the jet collector. Let's do the mountain this time, I think.
Rise, my elemental friend.
Not going to attack because they have a 6/7 over there. Let's get the jet. And then now I can... Is this instant speed or sorcery? Only as a sorcery. I don't remember how this got exiled. Luckily, we have 2 big creatures to get back. They can only exile 1, so we'll just put the other one in. Okay, Liliana is abysmal.
Great minion. I do quite enjoy necromancy.
I'm okay with either one. They do get to make the choice for us. This is an incredible game. Oh, double strike on that. Okay. Oh, no. Why not on the life linker? Am I missing something? Okay, yep. The Vaultborn probably makes sense so you don't get double Vaultborn triggers. I do think I'm supposed to just kill this Goyf, though. And just take 12. Yeah. This has been an incredible game. Hopefully you like this. Alright, Dread is not a terrible draw.
Harness the elements.
This is at 2. Let's just get back the Torsten. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah, so we can get back the Torsten. We do only have 8 cards left in our deck, which we need to be mindful of. So maybe I'm supposed to leave some of these lands.
No way, but
Let's kill this.
fine. I'll leave.
We already have Artifact in the yard, correct? Yeah, because the Pyrite, I believe. Yeah, okay. Still, let's just discard this. This Emperor of Bones has been doing some work, that is for sure. Oh, Pyrogoyf. Luckily it's not a 7/7, but that's a lot of damage. Am I dead? No, not technically. Oh, and they get back the Baragoyf. Okay. Alright, that makes a little bit more sense. So they wanted to incentivize me to block the Baragoyf. That's why they put the counter there. So that's, yeah, just dead. Good game. I forgot for a second I was at 2, even though I knew that from the Baragoyf. That was a good game, though. That was exciting. Alright, so we have not a whole lot for them. Almost nothing. Actual nothing. I guess I can put in a Terra Sunder. Oh, did I put in a card I didn't want? Yeah, the Town Greeter. Okay. Let's take out the Rabble Master. And let's send it back. Yeah, that Baragoyf was just it was basically a moat that game. And I'm sure that they had to persist when they attacked with it, which is why they were willing to do that. Looks like Logan is still sideboarding. So the real reason why, I lost that game is because I want Logan to like the format and play with us more. And so if I lose to him, maybe he'll do that. Yeah, that's it. Yep, let's play first. I don't like this hand. Let's mulligan. Okay. Yeah, this hand seems fine. We're going to bottom the Terra Sunder. And let's just put a land on top. Delighted Halfling. Sure. We are going to Verdant Dread, probably. Maybe, okay. So if I was going to do that, then I shouldn't have topped Delighted Halfling. So let's just actually do this instead. And if they don't answer it, please don't persist the Crabomination. Please don't persist. Okay, thankfully. Don't reanimate. Reanimate's in here too? Okay, cool. Why? Why? Okay, well. I can't cast this. I can cast this. Yeah, let's cast this. I would love to have double green here, but unfortunately we're just not going to be able to. We can flip the Goyf, but yeah, if we had double green there, we have Keen-Eyed up. Now, even if I would have bottomed the Delighted Halfling, we would not have drawn the land, so I'm glad I did top it after all. Which means we still couldn't have Keen-Eyed, so it is what it is. If they have the persist here, they have it. Necromancy. Okay, that's just as bad. Yeah, not hitting the second green there really punished us. Hopefully they don't hit anything good. Okay, they're going to probably choose the Jet Collector. Yeah. Yeah, and of course that exiles our yard too, so... Makes our Goyf... no, I guess our Goyf's going to be the same size. That is still really abysmal. Oh, are they going to kill it? Okay. Yeah, let's play this. We can still flip the Goyf. And maybe use it to sack. And go get a Torsten. Oh my gosh. Okay. I mean, I hope they just kill the flip. Please don't kill the dork. Oh, you jerk. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep, that makes sense. Okay, well, we do have a 3-4. They're not going to attack. Well, I admit they're not going to attack with the 2-2. Yep. No blocks. Hopefully we just top deck a land here. Okay, there's a land. They already have the keen-eyed thing going on. Let's just sack the Tarmogoyf. Get the Torsten. Get a bunch of lands and spells. Wow, is that a 7 for 7? It was. That is incredible. We don't need the white source because the Torsten's already in play. We don't really need any more mana dorks. And I guess we can cut a land, but I don't even like that. Maybe we just cut this dork. Oh, wait, no. We only need to discard 2. I'm sorry. So, yeah, we're going to cut this dork. We cut this dork. So, let's do that. Redrawing the Tear Asunder wouldn't be the worst, unless, of course, they have Persist to get back the crab again. Okay, Burgoyf I'm not too scared of, because we have the Keen-Eyed. We can shrink them. I mean, this is probably going to go to Delighted Halfling. Okay. I'm glad I didn't go to Delighted Halfling. We have 5 mana next turn. As I say, what do they have? Okay, ooh, a Titania. That's probably worth playing. Just making sure there's not something better per se. No. This would be nice too to get going, and so would the Keen-Eyed. But I think I want to play the Forest ramp and also just play more to the board. And because this sacks, that's fine. I think I'm also fine with trading for the Borogoyf. And just making a bunch of 1/1s. Now, if they have a Persist here, this could come back and bite us if they block with the Crabomination. Oh, are we just dead now? Do they have a removal? Yeah. Because they probably have a reanimate spell. So maybe not playing the Noble Hierarch there to just have another blocker. Yeah, they're going to get that back. They're going to kill this. Yep. Alright. Good game, Logan. I probably lost that. I'm sure I could have played that better. If I play this and block there, I'm technically still alive. But then they could have just discarded. But then they're not... Yeah, not playing the 1-drop there. probably cost it. But, oh well, we'll see next round. All right, round 2. We are playing against Nick Price, if you could not tell. Nick Price the Brilliant. I guess I am covering his name, but you'll see in the top left now. Play first. Okay. I'm going to keep this. We can go Scythe Cub into Forest Pyrite. I really wish this was an ignoble, but we're on the play. Let's just see what happens. We can always draw a card with the Pyrite Spellbomb. Okay, cool. I was hoping they wouldn't have a burn spell there. Ooh, okay. I think we're going to just play Scythe Cub into Forest onto here and then into Land War Elves. Now, we still can't cast our Boo or our Grist, but a red or black source off the top, like the Godless Shrine, would allow us to continue to beat down. FOMO, okay. Pitching a land. Okay, so that does turn on. If we get to untap with Deathrite Shaman, that does turn it on. Am I willing to trade? You know what? Let's just see what we draw, I think. Because if we can get a black sword. No. Yeah, I think this is fine. Because if we get a land, then we can just outgrow and attack for 4 now. And if we get a Godless Shrine specifically, we can Grist. That is either mana. So we can't red now. But this lets us do either next turn. Let's do that. And then we'll just play the Deathrite Shaman. Let's pitch that for now. Let's attack for 6. Play the Shaman. And now we have a land even if they get rid of theirs. The Deathrite Shaman, if it lives, is going to be very good against them, both the FOMO and the Dragon Rage Channeler so far. Jewel Mine. Okay, that is annoying, but it's slow. For those of you that don't know, it puts 7 dwarves in their deck at random, and then when you play it, the dwarves say you draw a card when they play, and it also exiles a card at their upkeep to play. Okay, so maybe I just want to kill that now instead of booing. But I can attack for 10. That just seems that just seems really good. Yeah, let's attack for 10.
Minsk and Boone at your service. Bigger is always. Oh, look at us. We are tough.
If they take this and don't deal with the Boo, they are dead. Okay, we're gonna kill these 2. So in the turn, we are gonna eat one of these creatures, probably the enchantment. But let's see if they put something in their yard to pump the Dragon Rage Channeler before combat. And that'll force attacks, and then we get to... Oh no, I guess... Okay, never mind. Because we can't block and then eat, so... Ooh, Bomat. Okay. We are going to eat the FOMO, I think.
Go big or actually go big. Just go big.
Let's just... They didn't have an answer for the Boo. So let's just do this.
Magic?
And hit for 7. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, let's just play the grist. And then okay, yeah. Alright, well, they're playing against the Boros aggro deck. I don't like anything in here so far, or for our sideboard for it. I think we're set up pretty well for a Boros aggro deck. So let's just, yeah, let's just bring it back, and let's maybe we get a natural order this time. Okay, I like this. Let's keep. Let's play the death right. Maybe they think I'll have an endurance or a force. No, I guess force of vigor wouldn't have a target, so it wouldn't pause. But ooh, okay, they do have a way to kill the death right, which is not good for us. Means it's going to be slower on the dread or on the natural order. Next turn, I'm probably going to shock the Godless Shrine. Okay, now I don't have to shock the Godless Shrine. And play the Verdant Dread. Then I can go Scythe Cub. Ooh, okay. Then I can go Scythe Cub if I want. I'm going to save the Zern Orb. I could also just... I think I might just go turn 4 natural order because of the Zern Orb. And then just probably lethal them. Natural order for the Titania, I should say. Okay, well, we're probably not going to get that flip. Yeah, because they're attacking with the 1/1, so... Yep. Yeah, that might have been a mistake to attack with both. He probably didn't mean to do that. Okay, Asika's Chariot is 2... Asika's Chariot is 2 creatures, so... Yep, he's probably going to fling that at the Scythe Cat Cub. I hope he doesn't, of course. Yep, he's going to. Please don't reprieve. Okay, awesome. We'll get there eventually. And of course, now we're at the mana where like a top deck Land War Elves would even get it, maybe. Okay, wow. Thraben Inspector for Bombardiers is incredible. Yep, makes sense to draw a card now. Does look like Nick's flooding out. Bombardiers is also new to the client, thanks to Arena 2, I think. The Arena Anthologies 2. It's either 2 or 3. 1 and 4 didn't bring much to the client as far as Cube is concerned. Ooh. And a dashed Ragavan. I'm probably just going to take... Actually, well, at this point, I can trade with the Ragavan now, maybe? Because now they can fling the Inspector, which I'm fine with. Because I think they're dead. Yeah, I don't see them getting out of this. Good game. Good game. That Bombardiers did a lot of work. Unfortunately, Nick just kind of ran out of gas there. He flooded out. And that Isika's Chariot was also incredible. So, all right, well, let's. I'll see you guys in the third round. All right, round 3. Let's see if we can salvage and go 2-1. We are playing against Alex Wallace, one of the judges for the Oklahoma Land Run. I mean, this is Deathrite into Natural Order, which I like. So yeah, let's keep. I do not know everything about Alex's deck. I do believe he's on a blue artifact-based deck, but I didn't get to see much of it. Alex saying hello to the chat, maybe? Okay, I am going to lead with Copper Line and not show that I can maybe accelerate, with the Deathrite. I don't know if Alex plays any counter spells. Okay, I wish we had fast mana here to just Natural Order real quick. I think I want to kill this. And then next turn we can accelerate. This also might force him to... This also might force him to play something else and tap out in case he does play counter spells. Let's just attack. Oh, he's sad. This Pirate Spellbomb was an incredible pick for us. It has been putting in the Lord's work. Okay, he did tap out. So at this point, I think I'm just going to go for the Titania, actually. He's going to think, oh no, that was a misplay. I was supposed to Verdant. Never mind. I tried to get cute. That's what I get for being cute. I should have played the Verdant. That was so dumb. That was so dumb. Am I supposed to just do it the Torsten now? And maybe I can hit the Titania later? Yeah, that was so dumb of me. I don't know why I did that. But you know what? Let's just go for the Titania. I don't know why I did that. But you know what? This is the world that we're in now. See if they can do with 3/5/5s. Okay, that does get them a Sapphire, unfortunately. Yep. I mean, unless this has Double Strike, I think I could just take this. Surely they're not attacking. If they have a Lightning Bolt as their last card, I will happily just sack my board. Yeah, imagine if I had 2 more creatures here. They would just actually be dead. Alright, hopefully they can't bounce all of our things with an upheaval or something. Yeah, I messed that up really bad. They can't Ancient Tomb at least. Oh, but they can minus with Karn, I think. Oh, Fury's not going to be enough. Good game. Alright, that I should have won that last turn, but luckily it didn't hurt us. Okay, so we do want this Terra Sunder for sure. And we may even want this Knights and play the Verge. I guess we could have been playing the Verge this whole time. I'm sure some number of you guys have been complaining about that. So let's just put it in now. Let's play this. Don't want the Rabble Master. Yeah, the Verge was just free this whole time. That's embarrassing, but you know what? At least we found it eventually. Let's see. Keen-Eyed. I do like Keen-Eyed, but Keen-Eyed might be the worst card in our deck now. So, you know what? Let's cut the Keen-Eyed. Oh, the Haywire Might. Oh man. All right, lots of hate on this stream, unfortunately. All right, it's okay. If we lose game 2, I'll play the thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is turn 2, Scythe Cub, Trigger, and then maybe a Titania later. You know, it's better lucky than good. That's for certain. Please don't have a Lightning Bolt. They might have a Lightning Bolt. That's basically a Lightning Bolt. All right, that does hurt us a lot. Ooh, Relic. That's very good for them. Well, it looks like we may be putting Haywire Might into our deck after all. I am going to play the Goyf here, and I can always play the Scythe Cub next turn. I might have played the Zern Orb to put a land in the yard in case they do have a Lightning Bolt effect to save the Goyf. Probably is worth it. Okay, Kappa Cannoneer. That's not good for us. It is a 5. We can't kill it with the Grist, unfortunately. Enters tapped. It's a 3/4. We can make it a 4/5 with the artifact. Let's play the Zern Orb anyways, just in case. It's going to be annoying having to click through everything now, but... in case we want to instant speed, put a land in the yard. Alright, Palladium Mirror. Yep, that makes it unblockable, but at least we have decent attack backs. And we can always buy a turn with the Zern Orb, maybe. I wish we had the Ancient Tomb. Ancient Tomb would be incredible for us. Yep. Alex just kind of going off here. Not a red land. Alright, let's Grist. Excuse me. Uptake, make a dork. That land would have been nice. I think I'm willing to attack with the Goyf. I mean, I'm gonna die if I don't attack. So we can trade the Sapphire for the Goyf, maybe. Let's hope not Ross. Let's hope Alex doesn't draw an artifact. Okay, and Emery, that's an artifact for... oh, no. Okay, well, they have to hit an artifact. But they are playing an artifact-based deck, so it's going to be hard for them to miss, and they chose to miss. Just kidding, they didn't choose. But that is fantastic. I wish we didn't block now, but... or didn't attack. But if they attack us, we can just block with the 1/1. Oh. Okay. Now we have to block with our Scythe Cat Cub, probably, which I think we should do. Because we're not guaranteed to block for future. Oh, that's not what I thought this was. Sorry, I thought this was the sweeper. This is not the sweeper. Okay. Yeah, that's good. I'm definitely gonna block with the 1/1 though. The Grist is gonna die, unfortunately. I guess I don't block with the 1/1. They send all 3 things at the Grist. So this isn't guaranteed to hit an artifact. If I draw a land, is this 5 impending or what? Yeah. Let's save the Grist. I really wish they just double attacked the Grist, but maybe this gives us outs. Untap a land or untap land? No. But this will trigger. So we will get a Deathrite Shaman out of this. Oh wait, what? Why? Second main phase, not attack. Okay. Am I attacking here? Yes. Oh no, because the Palladium Mirror. Oh no, yes, Alex made a mistake. Yes. Yep, awesome. Alex should have blocked with Palladium Mirror and gotten it back. And maybe he'll watch the video. I definitely make my fair share of mistakes. I might be missing something, but I'm not quite sure. So these both get mana, but one can technically gain me life if I need to. Let's take the Deathrite Shaman. Excuse me. 4, 5 mana currently. Oh, Fury is abysmal. Yep, you only kill 2 things. Wait, what? Oh, they're just choosing to put 1. Maybe. Okay, yeah, they're redoing it. Yep, that makes more sense. Yep, of course, this is a forced block. So they probably get this one. I need a land off the top. Okay. We get to still play Magic. I should have probably hid the land. So I'm going to trade with the Fury. Maybe I was hoping that they wouldn't block, but... Okay, and then we're going to play the Titania. And that might be enough. Don't draw a land. Even if they do, I can sack a bunch and make a bunch of mana. Yep, 4 mana for a Ponder. That I'm okay with that. They probably should have done the Ancient Tomb, but they probably used Auto Tapper. Auto Tapper doesn't like to auto tap the Ancient Tomb since it does damage. I apologize for my coughing there. Okay. That's going to trigger it. Okay. Luckily, we have a ton of blockers for everything else. Ooh, Aether Spark. Okay. Yeah, that's probably lethal. 8. 9. I can gain 10. No. Wait, no, I think... Okay, maybe we're fine. Maybe we're fine. Yeah, I think we're fine. Man, that Kappa. I'm so glad that they didn't draw artifacts sooner. Yep. And good games. Alex did not get the 3-0. We got to Dream Crush. All right, well, that was fun. Let's go over my deck real quick. So, decks. Alright, so just kind of an outro here. It was definitely a mistake. I wish I would have caught this sooner. But I should have played the Rager Verge Thicket over a forest. I did mention about playing a mountain, or not playing a mountain at all, and just playing the Great Furnace. But I do want to play, some of the best cards in my deck. I never got to do anything with Jarsoul. I could have, but Logan was able to defeat it. Rabblemaster was never good when I did see, or I didn't see it much. When I did see it, it wasn't good. It would have just gained my opponent a bunch of life because of the forced attacks. Plus, it would have forced my Hierarch to attack. So it's possible I should have maybe played the Terra Sunder, but we are a green aggro deck with a somewhat of a combo finish with Titania and Natural Order. It is funny that we natural ordered for Titania, sometimes out of mandatory, but sometimes just because it was better. Drawing the Zern Orb early and often definitely helped. So, but yeah, 2-1, not a bad finish. And if you liked this, let me know. I would like to keep playing this. Again, this is my personal cube on Arena, using Arena-only cards. And if you're interested in maybe joining us sometime, let me know. Otherwise, you guys have a good night.